Hi,
Okay.
it's so great to have you here, and I'm so thankful for this time. I'm very, very excited about this opportunity to talk to you and get to share with others what our situation and what we can learn from it. So if you could please tell us a bit about yourself. Of course, I know you, but maybe others don't. So I think it'd be great to hear from you what your role is currently and your different hats, the different hats you wear, right, during the day.
Okay, thank you, John. It's a pleasure. My name is Annick Akobe, and I'm living in Camerún, which is one of the Central Africa country. And I'm working in the area of human resources as CEO of our institute. And I'm also a pastor, so I work in different area and almost in human, social area and all those things. So it's a very pleasure for me to be part of this discussion. I hope I will share something which is going to help someone. Yeah.
Great.
So
First
that's
of all,
what I can say. I don't want to, I'm a coach.
I wanted to ask you, first of all, you were just telling me about, before we started, you were just telling me about how different this situation is perceived by those around you, how they feel that it's not the same for us in Latin America or in other countries, the way the people are perceiving the situation.
Yeah, John, you know, today life is not very secure. Like people live day by day. They go out to look for something to bring for the family, the food, everyday food. So it's not everyone who have the capability to go and buy stuff and keep in the house and say, okay, we are going all for this confinement because it's very important for people to stay the most at home, but it's not going to be very easy in our area because we don't do long-term planning. We don't think that one day catastrophe will happen so that we have to keep things at home. So actually, for example, here actually it's very difficult for the government to say, okay, we are going to, in total confinement is not going to happen for now. What we ask people to do is to follow all the prescription, wash hand, wear the mask, observe the distance and all those things. We are trying to do this and wash hand and all those things. Even the company do the same, like they reduce the workers. Everyone cannot go to the office because they are going to be too much. So they divide, they do some groups that they can go group by group so that they are not going to have too many people in the office. So this is the solution we found. And also like the public institute and all those organizations, we try to pay everything online because we have like mobile transfer, mobile payment stuff. So we try to use also this thing to buy and sell. But it's not very easy for restaurants, for all those bars, because all of them have to close. They say, okay, you can work until some time, like until 6 o'clock, but we all know that is in the afternoon that bar and snack are working because people come from work and they want to go and meet some friend for a beer and all those things. So it's very difficult for them. Africa, they used to say that the beer don't have the same taste when you take it at home. So they want to go to the bar, they want to go to the snack. And when you ask them to buy the beer and go home to drink, it's not the same taste. So they are missing all those things. And it's very difficult, you know, like in Africa also, we are very close when it comes to family. So you can go to someone from home, and then you will find like more than 10 people. So how do you want them to observe all those distance when we are too many in the house and all those things? It's not going to be easy. So we need to be very, very, very careful. That's why we also rely on God. We think that God will have his role to play. So we just focus on also God, because we know that with what we have is going to be very difficult. When we look at also all our logistics, the hospital and all those things, we don't have all the materials. If it come to be like a kind of crash, and then we know that 1 million or billion of people are infected, we are going to cry, because we don't have all the logistics to do all those treatment and so on. So actually, we just bless God that the situation is not very, how to say, it is not explodes actually in Africa. We hope that everything is going to be secure, because people start now to have a look around with all those internet around the world. We try to connect ourselves and see that everywhere we talk about this, and everywhere people are telling us that we need to be careful. The most dangerous thing in this COVID-19 is that you never know who have it. You never know. Everywhere is risky.
No,
everywhere is risky.
Yeah, you were just telling me at the beginning that you're also a pastor. And I know that God and religion play a big role in the expectations you have regarding when this thing could be over, and how you can trust that divine intervention will eventually help the people around you. As a pastor, how has I mean, in your congregation, people get together, they sing. I know it's a very crowded, of course, place. And how has the attendance of this events has changed during this time? Is it possible to say to people, don't come to church, or don't get together on different days for services?
With the church, it was very, very difficult, because in my congregation, we are more than 3,000.
Wow.
So very difficult to have everyone come for the service. So what we did for the one at the beginning, what we did is that we asked all the old person, we had all the kids, the babies, like the women who give birth, all those people to stay home, because they are more in danger than healthy one. So we try to divide restriction that we cannot have. We were obese, and it is not easy. Like, you have to do a service at 7 in the morning, 9, 11, 1 o'clock, and 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So we have to do different services, so that at least we can have more people attending, because they want to come and pray. We cannot tell them to stay home. Even when we tell them to stay home, they don't want to stay home. And we did it like for a month. And when we noticed that they have to leave their home, take the taxi or the bike. So we never know who is the driver. We never know who is sit beside you. So our bishops decide that it's better everyone to stay home. So actually what we do, we now do the service online. So we have to do the service online and invite all the members of the church to connect themselves at a certain time. For example, on Tuesday and Friday, we have the service at 8 p.m. And then on Sunday, we have the service at 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. So everyone now have to connect themselves on YouTube and Facebook to see the live. It's not easy for everyone because everyone don't use all those new technology.
Exactly. Yeah, and
But if
the internet, of course, is different. Not everybody has a fluent access to the internet, right?
exactly. But what is very interesting is that everything you record on internet, like if you record it on YouTube or Facebook, people can catch up later.
Right.
So at least we know that this message is not going to be lost. They will have the opportunity to catch up and watch it, even if it's some days after. That's what we now do. And also we have like the prayer line. People have to pray. But, you know, a church is like an hospital. You cannot close a church, you cannot. What we can do, since we cannot allow them to come, but the church will still open. If one person wants to come and pray by himself, he just come, the door open, so they can pray and then go and continue what they have to do. What we don't understand, for example, when the market, you know, African markets, where everyone is there,
Right.
the market has opened, and then they ask the church to close. You know, this is unbelievable. We don't understand. The church, you can even control people. But the market, you don't even control anyone. But the market still working.
Right. It's
You
a
understand? So
you know, one of the
it's sometimes you are just yeah.
one of the things that I
It's not
really
easy.
will change after this situation is that whenever you read the news and you think, well, this little town and this little country is having this crisis. And up until now, we thought, well, that's happening in that country. That is happening in those, you know, in that neighborhood, in that country, in that area, in that city. I think this COVID-19 thing showed us that, you know, we are really just one global village. You know, the concept that you and I know are very familiar with, the global village. But when it comes to think about what happens in one city affects the entire world. And, you know, it begins in a city, it happens to a country, then it happens to a continent, and then it happens to all of us. You know, you are in Camerún, I'm here in Argentina, and we're both connected with this situation in a very tangible way. It's happening to both of us, and it's happening to everybody around the world. And that is the one thing that I think will change after this situation, is that we will be aware of what's going on in different cities in different countries in the world, because the effect is going to be global. The past memory that we have of this is the Ebola crisis years ago. Remember?
Yeah. But you know, John, normally this is like the global world, this new world with internet and everything and social media. It's not something which is new. It's already exists, but people don't care. People don't pay attention because every day everyone just focus on his life. He's going to look for food, his money, and that's all. We don't care about the neighbor. We don't care about our sister. We don't care about other country, you know, because we think that we are on this earth to think about ourselves only and do things for ourselves. But it's not real. We need to think about what's going on in the North, in the Asia, in America, in Africa. Some people don't even know that something is going on somewhere, you know, because we are focused on our life, ourselves. This is more selfish, you know. But with this COVID now, everyone have time to sit. They have time to sit and look around themselves, because now they want to know how things is going to my brother and my sister. They want to follow news, not because it's another country. They want to follow news because they know that they have a brother and sister in another country who can die. So people want now to know exactly what's going on, because some people travel, but they couldn't get the opportunity to go back. They're just in another country. They couldn't reach the country because all how to say it, all the airport and all those things are closed, and then they have to stay home. They have to stay where they are. They cannot join the family. So it's true. Some people never have time for the family because of work. Every time going to mission from one country to another country, they don't even have time for the kid, for the family. But today, with the COVID, they have to have some time for their family and all those marriages. One thing that I'm also afraid is that maybe some marriages are going to break down, but some another marriages are going to work. And some kids are going to be happy because they have mom and dad at the same time.
Yes.
Things are going to change. That's very important. And yeah, that's the thing for me. This is the thing which are very positive. And another thing that people are going to also observe is that they are going to notice that you cannot live only for work. Work is not only what can make people happy on this earth. We need to think about other things. We need to think about family. We need to think about time to have to spend time with kids. We need to think about religion. We need to think about different things, and we need to have a life, like a life balance. Those who never have time to spend with their family have a lot of problem actually, because they are bored at home. Me, I cannot be boring at home because I'm very happy. I have my kids, my husband, he work a week, and then next week he have to stay home and work from home. So we are very happy. We are just complaining that we eat too much, because when you stay home, you eat in the morning at 10, you eat at 12, you eat every time you want to eat. So you want to eat at any time, because you just go around, and then we all come together to watch TV, and then we have time to cook together. So it's very fun. It's very fun. Me, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy, and then I have also time to do something for myself, like do my own business. So we need to enjoy. Everything is not bad. We cannot see everything in the negative aspect. Everything is good. For us as young people who were in the back years in youth organization, and we know that even this organization was born during war. So it's an opportunity for people to make and create new opportunity, create a new way of working. For example, for us, when we start our business, we create a virtual class. But it was very difficult to convince people to attend this virtual class, because for them, Africa people who have virtual, is it going to work? And so some people are just skeptic. But actually, because the situation obliged everyone to review the way it's working, now they try to reconsider what we are doing. And then we start the class. We just launched last week and asked all the students that, okay, now you can connect yourself, because we are going to restart the class through our virtual platform, so you can start again your class. This is something amazing, because even some students did not believe that this kind of thing can come in Africa and be something very nice and professional. So at the end of the day, we are going to gain this confidence from people, and they will understand that all those material that were available is also for us. We need to start working from home. And I'm sure that at the end of the day, all those entrepreneurs, all those women entrepreneurs, they will understand that from home they can manage also certain things from their work and have some time with their family. It's good to express yourself as women. It's good to express yourself yourself as businessman, but you have to think about your family, because the family is the basic of the society. If the family is not how to say it, secure, if they are not well educated, we are going to have it in our society. If you see someone who is stealing, someone who is killing, someone who is doing bad things outside, is because the family did not play the role. So we have this role to play, and playing the role as educator for our child and our family is a huge job. So we need to create time for that. And if today people can work from home, it means that when we are coming back, company need to understand that they have to give some time to people. It's not because they pay someone salary that they can take this person from the family for months. How come someone can travel every month, every day? He cannot even enjoy the house. If he even pay, you pay your house, it's only your bag who stay in the house. It's very, very unfair. People need to enjoy the house. They need to enjoy the family. They need to enjoy life. You cannot just walk. And then at the end of the day, all the money just go for the funeral, for people, to help people, but you are just tired. So I think sometimes God allows something to happen so that people will sit and do a kind of wrap and say, okay, so I can understand that I don't even have some funds. I did not even save money because I cannot even face this situation. I don't have enough save, because how can I go and buy things to eat? How can I go and make sure that we have staff food in the house? Since I don't even keep money, every month the salary that I get just cover all the expenses, and then I'm just have to start again. So today people are just noticed that the salary did not help them to save money. Some people understand that they did not save money. Some family understand that they are not so moving, and that they need to change their way of living, because if something else happens, it's going to be a huge catastrophe. So this one is giving us some ideas on what to review in our life. This is very important. We need to review our way of living.
I couldn't agree more with you, and I think it's a very valuable message to everyone out there thinking, wow, this is not just seeing how we get through this, but also what we can learn from it, and a deep learning, right? One last question I wanted to ask you was about female leadership. There's a lot that's being said about how countries with female leaders have responded differently to this crisis, and how they have been led in a different way because of the attributes of female leadership. Countries like New Zealand, for instance, has been very praised by the response that Jacinda Ardern has had during this crisis. What is your view on this new phenomenon of female leadership as something that we aspire to be, and not something that we underestimate, but rather celebrate in this crisis, right?
You know, I'm always part of the one who say that ladies have power. Ladies have power, and actually, I'm working on my first book, who is going to celebrate women, because women always play this role in the village, in our villages. Women have to go to the farm, look for the food, daily food, and all those things. Like our mom used to take care of families. So today, if the like the NGOs, like the big organization fight for the women's rights, it's not for them to forget that they have also another role. That's very important for ladies to understand. We as women have three important roles that we have to play. Women have to play the role as a wife, as a mom, and as a business person. So for all those women who are working, who are doing great job, I know that a lot of them face a lot of challenges because our company are not very big. We don't have like the money to express ourselves the way we want. We have to fight with the husband who don't understand where we are going. So we have so many challenges that we need to manage. And sometimes if you have a business that, or you want to sign a contract, and then the person you have to meet is a man who don't approve women leadership, is going to be headache. But what people need to understand is that everything we are doing is for the good of the society. When the women are working, it's not just for them to show or to demonstrate that they also can do the work. No. They want to contribute, they want to live, they want to express themselves. They have all the capacity to manage things. And we all know that when a woman is managing something, the result is totally excellent. That's something we need to understand. Even at home, just check the way a woman can manage the house, take care of the house, make the provision, plan for the food, what you're going to eat on from Monday to Sunday, how the kids are going to play, how they are going to dress, how they are going to take care of themselves. This is a huge work. This is a huge work. So if someone like this can have the capacity to manage several activities, she needs to be applauded. She needs to be assisted. So the most important thing is for our society to understand that we just want to contribute. We are not to compare ourselves to a man. We are not here to fight man. We just want to also express ourselves. We want to share our ideas. We want to contribute. We want to add value. We want also to tell people that they can count on us. Today, all the women are working in the, how to say it, the small and middle enterprise. We don't have like big companies. It's not all the women, but most of the women are working in the, like, they do some like perfect work, but they don't have this money to expand the business. So pandemic like COVID-19 or 19 is going to kill the business. If it's continue for like 1, 2, 3 months again, we are going to die because most of our materials come from abroad. And if there is no transaction, if there is no way for ladies to manage, you cannot even secure the activity. How can you keep the minimum employees that you have? And we are not in a country, for example, here, they did not tell us yet that the law is going to review taxes and all those things. We did not have any advantage. We don't have anything who is going to help us and say, okay, because there is this situation, this is what is going to exist. This is what we as a government, we are going to assist you so that you are going to keep your employees, even if there is no activity. We are going to review the task. We are going to review this. So nothing was done for now. And then we have to continue as if nothing happened. That's why if we don't go for the total confinement, they will tell us that you did not go for total confinement. It means that you were working. So you need to continue to pay the tax. But they forget that the environment is not the same.
Right, of course it is. And it's different.
Imagine who just invest money in a new business and then the COVID-19 happened. What's going to happen to this person? This business is going to die. And it's not easy. We all know that it's not easy to convince someone to inject money in a business or this kind of thing. So there is a lot of things going on. I hope countries like our countries would think about how to assist the small middle enterprise because they don't have support, they don't have assistance, and they are fighting to do great job. And it's the government who have to assist them. It's also the population who have to buy from all the thing they are doing to motivate them, to encourage them, and to understand that women is not just the one who stay back at home and cooking only, but she can also provide a lot of support. She can help. Maybe the men don't know the role of the woman, but the small fact that you come and motivate your husband, clean his clothes, give him a good food for him to be healthy, and taking care of the children. Because daddy, they don't have time. They just think that their role is to bring money. They don't care about the rest. But the women are doing great job that they don't understand. And they cannot even value. You cannot pay the job of the woman. You cannot, because it's too much. It's so, like it's so big. So what we just need is for you to understand that you need us, and together we can change the world. That's what we need. We need your support. We need your love. We need your assistance. We need your understanding, and you need to understand that women were made for men to go ahead. We have the secret. We have the inspiration. Just partner with us, and then we will do something great. That's what we are asked for.
Well,
that's what we asked for.
It's certainly great to listen to you, Annick. I'm so blessed to have your friendship and this connection. We met 3 years ago in a conference in the Côte d'Ivoire, and ever since I've been following you and reading your posts. The Facebook translation of your posts. But I've always been inspired by your words, and I think that it's very clear. And I know a lot of people will listen to this interview and feel completely identified with what you're saying, especially in these times. So I really want to thank you for the time. I want to thank you for your kind words. And I hope we get to talk again, because this has been great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to share this at this very difficult time. But I know when a problem comes, solution also follow. So we don't have to be desperate. We don't have to cry only, but we need to look at the good things which are coming, and then just have faith, trust in ourselves, keep safe also, and follow all the instructions, because I want to see all my friends, all my partners after all these things. So everyone needs to be safe home. Go out when need is only. If you don't have anything to do outside, stay home and take care and enjoy family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.